Welcome to Swiss Esports Arena, the best Swiss esports talk show, episode 8. And today we will talk about Rainbow Six Siege for the first time ever. And I have no idea about Rainbow Six Siege, to be honest. But luckily I am joined by two people that know a lot about Rainbow Six Siege, especially Swiss Rainbow Six Siege. I am joined by Shark of Mind Sanity and the Victory of Lostic. Yeah, thank you very much for being here, you both.
No problem.
Nice to be
So
here.
the theme for this episode will be how to get into Swiss, not Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege. And because of that, it will start off very basic, like really, really basic. We will talk about the game. So if you don't want to know what the game is like, you can skip timestamps in the description. But my first question will be, can someone of you guys really just explain the game, like the concept? It's similar to CSGO, but what's different and what is the game like? Like very basic. Any one of you want to start?
I would say if CSGO and Overwatch made a baby, it would be Siege. But you can shoot through walls. Maybe that's like a
Yeah,
hero
you can open them.
shooter. Yeah,
Glorified CSGO.
maybe, yeah.
But the goal is a bit different, right? Like with the bomb and the diffuser. What's that like? I don't know this part about the game with the diffuser and all. That's different, right?
Yeah, it's about you're playing 5v5 like usual tactic shooter, and the attackers are trying to plant the bomb inside of the building, and there are multiple locations where the bombs inside the building or the bomb like the defense point is, where the defenders are prepping in the first 45 seconds of the game. Like that's the drone phase. And they are reinforcing the walls, trying to set up some traps. And after that, it's like just for the attackers, go in, clear the utility, drone in, know what's going on, and try to plant the bomb or defuse the bomb.
So to people that like CSGO, what are the things they will like about Rainbow Six Siege as well? So my goal with this question would be CSGO fans, that CSGO fans would start watching Rainbow Six for once and maybe they think, oh, I've seen that, I like that from CS and now it's in Rainbow Six Siege as well. What are some similarities that are very, very similar, if you can say like that? Like with the bomb and all, the diffuser,
Yeah,
that's
the
something.
the core gameplay is like not really similar, but like your goal is always like defusing the bomb. In CS, you're planting the bomb, and yeah, like retaking the bomb site. It's like the core is like the same principle, but you have so many other mechanics than CSGO, so it's really a lot more complicated because of the like operator pool, large operator pool, and you have multiple bomb sites. While in CSGO you have like a map with 2 fixed bomb sites, and in Rainbow you have like 3 to 4 bomb sites. You can swap them. You can like rotate between them. So it's deeper than CSGO, I would say, and it needs, I think, more time to get into it. Right now, it's like a really complicated game. Not as complicated as League of Legends or something like this, but it is really complicated. It needs a lot of time to get into Rainbow now.
I hope that this episode will make it easier if it's so hard, so difficult. So my next question would be like in CSGO, we have these roles like IGL, Anchor, AWPer, Support, Entry, whatever. Are there also fixed roles in Rainbow Six Siege? Like also Entry, IGL, maybe it has another name, maybe Captain, I don't know. Lone Shark, I mean.
Yeah, it's mostly the same. Like you have your IGL, you have your entries, and like you have your support, and but that's all kind of washed out, and sometimes you just you're playing for your utility. You have a hero with a special ability, and there's sometimes you need some utility later in the game, and then he has to play more supportive in the beginning, and later on he can be the entry fragger on the bomb side actually. And it's just also for the IGL, it's like you're setting up a plan, but you can't always go through everything like the strat. You're not throwing the smoke exactly where you want it, and it's not flying the same way every round. And sometimes there's just something that stops you to play your game. So it's just everybody has to call and make decisions for themselves and play way more versatile than in Counter-Strike.
What are your roles though? Like Victor, are you the captain, right? The IGL?
Yes, I'm the captain and mainly IGL, but I think in Siege you can't rely on one IGL. It is like everyone has to do their roles. Everyone can call and execute. And I think that's what really puts the teams apart, that really has only one IGL and one team that really can flex their roles. I think that's really important in Siege right now because it's so complicated and you need like everyone. You can't just like backseat game and say, "Hey, you make that and you make that." Yeah, everyone has to be on top of the game, and yeah, you can concentrate, or you can't rely on one person to make all the decisions. Yeah, that's.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
Shark? No. If you want to say something to that, then say that first.
I'm just playing as more of likely as a flex or support. I'm watching for flanks, setting up traps, so the defenders are not flanking us while we are trying to set up something like to execute on bomb side. And yeah, the role of the IGL is also spread out in our team. Like everybody is trying to find a way to win the game.
Now, Victor, you mentioned operators earlier, something that is very, 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 very different from CSGO. We know it from Overwatch, but yeah. Yeah, so about the operators, what are some very unique abilities in the game?
Oh, like I don't know. You have like every operator has like the unique. It's not really a unique ability, but they do. A lot of operators can do the same shit, but other ways,
Mm-hmm.
and that's also really good because you can flex between two operators that do the same, but they do it different. But a really unique operator would be pre-nerfed line because he gave you like wall hacks. So that's like if you say one that does not know Siege and you say, yeah, I got an operator that can give me wall hacks, it's like, what the fuck? And yeah, I think that's quite unique. But yeah, these times are over, luckily.
That's why I loved Caveira.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she's operator on defense, and if you're downing, like if you're going losing your health, you still have like 20 HP left. You have 100 HP and like 120, and you're going down but not out. And she can interrogate you while you're down but not out. And then the whole defender team gets a position of the enemy team for like 6 or 7 seconds. That's high risk, high reward, but quite funny.
It sounds kind of broken from maybe not as broken as the wall hack thing, but still very
Yeah.
strong. So for operators, if I watch a game, could both of you tell me one operator I will see in every game for sure and explain me what that operator does? Because when I watch Rainbow, I think I have no idea what the players are doing. I don't know what their abilities are, what operators do what. So maybe are there any operators I will see for sure and I should know what they do?
Ash. I would say you have
Ash.
basically everyone in Ash, because you have like a 3-speed operator, like it's really fast operator, good for entries, has a good gun, and her utility is she has 3 flashes, so she can burn other devices, like burn ADS, Jaeger ADS and stuff, so you can destroy other things. Yeah, and she has like a grenade launch, you can say, and with that you can make rotation like holes in walls, soft walls, or destroy shields. Yeah, you mostly destroy shields with them right now because of the meta, but I think it's an operator you quite have to pick because it has a good gun and a lot of utility for attackers, I would say.
Wait, did I miss her special ability? Or the...
Yeah, her special ability is the grenade launcher.
Ah, okay.
Like it's a launcher that can destroy utility like shields or walls.
And she has like 5 bullets in it.
No, it's 2 charges.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Seems more balanced than my idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, Sophia's also quite the same as Ash, but she's a little bit slower. Like every operator has its own like a class of speed and armor. Like the quicker the operator is, the less armor he has and less bullets he will survive. And Sophia's just a little bit slower, but a little bit more
Tanky.
armored. And she also has a grenade launcher and a stun launcher with also 2 charges. But I think despite of them, there's only just the heart breach category, which you see quite often, but not always. And everything else is just like actually quite balanced somehow. Like not all the time.
Yeah.
So there's
It's
no
just
best...
it's really depending on the map and the bomb site and the play style and well what things you have in mind to do.
So there is no operator that's just the best on every map in every situation. It's more balanced than that.
Well, I would say Newtachenko is quite in every situation the best right now, but yeah, well, you can play him right now. He's banned in competitive. But I think you can really flex a lot of operators. It's not like you have to pick one, but if I should pick one, always when I'm defense, I would pick Jäger because it has so much value. But you don't have to because you can also pick Romayan. So it's not you're not really relying on only one operator. You can like switch him with someone who does the same job but different, and you can also combine him with one. So it's not that you play every round you see the same five ones against the same 5 ones. It can change.
Yeah, that's good. It's bad in one sense because now I have to know more operators than if it would be just the same 5. But yeah, good to know that the game seems balanced, like you said, except new Tachanka, but new things tend to be broken. Like in League of Legends, in CS:GO, we had broken stuff as well. But yeah, okay, then I think that should be enough about the game itself. Now let's get to the real interesting part, to Swiss Rainbow Six Siege esports. So, first of all, where does Switzerland stand internationally? Like in other games, you aren't very good. Like we are really, really not good, to be honest. Maybe in Rocket League we aren't that bad. In Rainbow, I know my Insanity played against G2 in a good league. That sounds insane. Like imagine my Insanity League of Legends playing against G2 League of Legends. It would be insane. So are we good internationally or are we still very, very, very behind?
Yeah, just it sounds good that we played against G2 and against Rogue. But that's all. Like we didn't even have a chance. Like they just gave us some rounds so that we are not going with 0 rounds in the game. But they are way, way, way better. And we managed to finish last place in the league, in the GSA league. It's quite high, but we got invited because we won the Swiss Nationals. And we are now in the relegations. And there's a league, like Lustig is playing there, like 2 leagues lower, or divisions lower.
Played, yeah.
But it's quite hard. There are so many good German teams and also some Austrian that are quite decent. Switzerland is quite far behind, I think, in in esports. There's just one pro player, I believe, like Panix.
Yeah.
That's actually playing quite good, and one or two Challenger League players, like in the second highest league, but not much more.
Like that you didn't win against G2 now. That isn't something you should be ashamed of. Like they are just one of the best teams in the world, but compared to Germany and Austria, are we competing with them, or are we not even competing against our neighbors? Like in
I would
second division
say,
and all.
yeah, you can compete with them like in second division, but like top tier German teams are like no match for us. To be true, it's really that's another other league.
We
It's
can
really-
somehow compete against Austria, but not against Germany.
Yeah, they have so many good teams. So you can say we could compete with like second tier German teams, maybe, but like top German teams, no chance. Literally no chance. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds kind of depressing. So let's
Yeah.
let's just forget about all the teams outside of Switzerland. Fuck them. We don't need them. Now let's talk about the most important region, Switzerland. So in Switzerland, what are the top 3 or maybe top 4 teams? Because top 4 gets to the playoffs, so I think that's more interesting. Yeah, what are the top 4 teams in Switzerland? Maybe you have differing opinions even, but yeah, give me your top 4 teams. Who wants to start? Do you want to say start with only 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 or something like that? Or just all on once? In once? I don't know.
In my opinion, it's quite like there are only 4 teams that actually compete for the top 4 positions in the Swiss Esports League. Like there's only Lossic, Fnatic, eParadise somehow, and like we Mindsanity. I don't see other teams get into the playoffs actually.
What would you say, Victory? Do
Well-
you agree with these 4 teams?
Yeah, normally I would like banter a little bit about this, but yeah, I think it's these 4 top tiers teams like right now in Switzerland. It was like last 2 seasons like this. I get MOI, Paradise, Fnatic, and us. There are some Swiss teams that can surprise, I gotta say. Like I don't know, maybe right now Sir or something is like was always like a different roster, but they always surprised like I don't know why. It's like Sir effect, I don't know. It's like, but I think, yeah, I think top 4 teams, you have to say these 4 teams, MY, Lostic, Hyperdice, Fnatic, these are like fix.
I don't say that the other teams are just too bad to get there,
Yeah.
but like somehow not consistent enough, or just you just need to win against these 4 teams we just mentioned to even get there, and you need to win, and that's really hard to win against all of them.
Now, it would be boring to just say these are the top 4 teams, because we can rank them. I think that's more fun. So who is number 1? I think this is a good question.
Like,
Well,
to be honest, I kind of have to say it's Fnatic. We just lost against them in the Switzerland final.
yeah.
I mean, Lustig didn't attend at the Switzerland, so I can't really say anything about them. But at the moment, so Fnatic just won the last big tournament.
Yeah, I
agree.
would say the same. Like Noetic on first place, sure, but you have, I know Hyperdice has a different roster, like like they switched some players, and MY has always the new roster. We had also one change, so I can't rank the other 3, but I would say Noetic on top. Yeah, I would say that.
But let's just say we have to rank them. Who would be second? Be arrogant, say yourselves.
I'm trying to be kind, and as I Lustig in second place, then I hope it's us. at third place, and then eParadise.
So you both agree, first Noetic, fourth eParadise, and the other two, you say Lostic second, Mind Sanity third. What would you say, Victory?
I personally would say eParadise maybe second and
Oh,
third.
really?
And why? Yeah, really. I don't know. I really like their playstyle. I like when we played them. They're not bad. So I would say maybe eParadise second and MY third, but maybe also MY second and eParadise third.
And
Yeah,
that,
that's
but
my
that
guess.
would mean Lostic fourth.
I'm okay with this.
Okay. Yeah, then let's go with a ranking in between of that. Let's try to work with that. But what makes Fnatic better than the other teams? Do they have something unique about them? One super player or a cool tactic? A one trick that is super good at one operator? I don't know. What makes them better?
They just we lost against them because they just managed to get the meta at the moment way better than we did. They are good at preparing stuff. They're good at clearing the stuff we tried to prepare, and they were just way better team play when they beat us than we had. So they deserved the win completely. They just did more for the win than we did.
The Victory, would you agree? Is their teamwork?
Yeah, I would say they're really good coordinated, and they really use that meta right now really good. And I would also say I don't know how many the people behind the teams, like the coach and the analyst stuff. I think they have a coach and an analyst. I don't know if they have both, but I guess so. I think they did a lot of work for them to be this good. And it's more like, yeah, they're really good playing with each other. I think they play a lot with each other, so they're really good coordinated. And they're also like raw gun skill are like insane. Yeah, I would say. So it's a good team that can play really good together and with good individuals. So that makes like the best team right now in Switzerland, I would say.
Now for you two, what are your strengths? So what is the number one strength of Lostic?
I have to say, I would say memeing.
Memeing.
Yeah, I think that's I don't know. It's yeah, no. What's our strength? Like, I think we are also good, really individual, but we rely too much on it. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's our thing. So when you have a good day, like we destroy everyone, but when we don't have a good day, like we just get clapped. Like yeah. I think that's what we're good at.
And for MYI, what is your main strength?
Well, it's Botanical, our anti-fragger. He will hunt you down with Ash, like the most aggressive operator you can play on attack. And if he's not winning the gunfight, he's just coming at you with like Montaigne or Blitz or whatever. He will just hunt you down, no matter what.
So we have a team
And
that.
we're just playing for him.
Okay, very very different answers. Okay, I like it. So, but it fits perfectly now because my next question would have been, what are the top players to look out for in Switzerland? Because a lot of players, a lot of fans like to follow a team, but a lot of players also like to follow just a player. Like I do now. Perks left G2. Okay, now I have to cheer for C9. Maybe this
You
will
don't have.
Hmm?
You don't have to.
I have to. I have to support
Okay.
Perks. I love this guy too
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
But now
Yeah.
for Switzerland, what are the top players to look out for? Now we have your entry fragger, you said, right? He's very good.
Yeah, he's extremely good. And maybe from our team as well, it's maybe Neax. He's also like look out for. He's just posting a lot of things and trying to do a lot for our team and for the community. So I would follow him for sure.
No, my question was rather not just what he does for the scene, but just how good he is. Like maybe I threw you off with my Perks story. Just who are the best players in Switzerland?
Okay, you should follow him because he set up the best team for MYI. He's the team captain, so he's just the leader of us.
But individually, who are the best players in Switzerland? Like you said, you're entry fragger, someone else. Victory, you have someone?
I would say, I have to say Knight, yeah, of course. Like raw aim, gun skill, like yeah, he's insane. But also Taki is really good. Yeah, from Noectic, he's like the entry fragger, I would say. Like yeah, entry fragger roamer from Noectic, and he hits some nasty shots. Yeah, I would say he's also one of the best in the Swiss scene right now.
Now, who's the best player overall of these three, maybe, or these four? Who is the best Swiss player?
I would say Knight.
Yes, I like that. What would you say, Shark?
Yeah, I heard a lot about Knight, but I have to stick with Botanical.
Like that as well. So what is the number one quality of Knight, and what is the number one quality of what?
Botanical.
Biobotanicals.
Yeah.
Okay, one weakness of him is his fucking name. Holy fuck, it's too complicated. Bad branding. So what is his number one strength?
He can hype you up. Like he just wants to win, and he's fighting for it.
I think that's very, very useful for a team. Like, especially in a Swiss team, maybe, where everyone's maybe not very motivated or something like that. Or I don't say that you aren't motivated or something like that. But I think someone that hypes you up is super, super useful for a team. And what's the number one strength of Knight? Just that he kills everyone and that's it?
I would say he doesn't need to do a lot. Like he just can't play the game like for a half a year and still like fuck everyone. Like I don't know. It's like raw skill. It's not like he's doing a lot for it. I don't know. He just kills everyone. Like when he's enabled, like no one can stop him. It's insane. Yeah.
Now, for the next question. Something that would make the scene a lot more interesting to watch is not having storylines, having maybe rivalries. So are there any in Swiss Rainbow Six Siege? Maybe storylines or rather rivalries? Is there something like that?
No, well, yeah, sure, yeah, of course. I would say like the old rivalry, like Lostic MY, since Silent is no more. Like I think that was like the new rivalry, but also like the thing of like yeah, the newcomers, Noetic, like Xamax, Noetic, newcomers coming and like destroying everyone. That's like a cool storyline, I think, because they came like out of nowhere and just won. Yeah. And I think the Twitter game in Swiss Rainbow Six is like the best. So if you don't like the gameplay, follow the Rainbow Six players on Twitter. Like that's 100 best you can ever see on Twitter. Like G2 level of memes. I like it. I really love it. So yeah, I think it's more the Twitter game that makes it spicy and stuff. But like real rivalry is no more, I would say.
Yeah, the rivalry for me died when we just like fused together with Silent. Like I always wanted to win against them. They managed to win quite a lot of things and always managed to get into the final somehow. And I actually never won against them by playing them. So it's quite sad for me that they just came over and are now in my team. So I have good teammates, but I can't beat them anymore.
Yeah, if you can't beat them, join them. Yeah, that's the spirit, I think.
It's just the other way around this time.
Yeah.
But isn't there also a storyline like Romandy versus German part,
Yeah.
Swiss part of Switzerland?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, Swiss part, yeah. Just
Yeah.
Swiss German part and the Romandie part. Like Noetic versus Lustig, MYI. I think eParadise is also Swiss German, right?
Yes. So it's like the Swiss community is, you can say it's divided, like in this, like Romandy and Swiss German. So it's always like Romandy versus Swiss German teams, and that's also the lot of the Twitter game right now. Like, yeah, if one team wins and the other team doesn't, yeah, it's the flying memes around. So I think that's kind of funny, and also you can tell it's a storyline, like the rivalry from Romandy, Swiss German scene, yeah. But I think in Normandy you just have like the one team, like Neutic, and in Swiss German you have like these three top tier teams like Esports, MOI, and us, Lustig. So it's also always like, yeah, who wins against Neutic, who plays against Neutic, who gets clapped by Neutic. Yeah, it's just like this.
Wait, I think I have a good question. So, what is the best matchup you can have in Swiss Rainbow Six Siege? So the best matchup means a good game to watch, but also a good banter game, like you said, Victory, on Twitter. So which game would you be most excited for to play or to watch in Switzerland? Maybe Shark? What would you say? You against Noetic, you against Lustig, maybe not both. Maybe eParadise against Noetic. What would be the best game?
I would say against Lustig, because they're also on the meme side, and we also like that quite much. We're trying to post every game something that could be quite funny.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say also against, us against Noetic or against MY, it would be not only a really good game to watch, but it would be also, after the game, it would be quite funny Twitter times. Yeah, I think that would be really fun. Yeah. So best would be maybe us against either Noetic or MY for the Twitter game.
Now, how is it like playing in the Swiss Esports League this season? Because the website improved a lot, and I really like the changes to the Swiss Esports League. But how is it from a player perspective? Do you like it?
Like for players, it didn't change much.
Yeah.
There are not just 10 teams in the Premier Division, not on the 8. So I think we have 2 safe spots, which don't get to the playoffs and not to have to compete in the Clincher Cup. So that's just the only thing that really changed. Everything else stayed the same.
And in terms of organization, like maybe
Yeah.
servers or something, or
No, I would say just the new website and also the 10 league, like the league is with 10 teams, but also the new website is impacting us. I mean, the first like 2 weeks I was lost like on this website. I didn't knew anything. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I think it doesn't change a lot. It is same game like the last ones, just new colors, new name, and 2 more teams. Yeah.
For us, it's just to set in the results and see the rule book and everything, like the table, and not much more. Everything else is in game.
So from a player's perspective, not a lot of changes, but from a fan perspective, I like it a lot more. But now we also have another big Swiss league. Now imagine the Swisscom Hero League thinks to themselves, okay, Riot doesn't want us to have a League of Legends league. Okay, then we will kick out League of Legends and we get in Rainbow Six Siege. Would you be happy and excited, or would you think it's maybe even too much? Maybe the scene would be oversaturated with games in this league, and the German leagues in which you are competing in. Do you think it would be good or bad for Rainbow? Swiss Rainbow?
The Swisscom Hero League would be a thing? Or?
Yeah.
That's most likely not possible because Rainbow had a contract with ESL and just ran out like this summer or in spring. So they are not working together with ESL anymore, and so Swisscom is working together with ESL, and that's most likely not a thing that will ever happen. That we'll get a league in Swisscom Hero League.
But would you like it if it were to happen by some miracle, or would you think it would be bad?
Yeah, well, why would it be bad? I mean, more competition. I like it.
It could be too much competition, or
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, of course, yeah. You have to say like, yeah, what's more important for you as a team? Like, yeah, is SAL more important, or is EUR League more important, or the German leagues more important? Yeah, you have to make like decisions. Yeah, but I would say more competition is always good for the scene.
Like we already have like quite a big new league since the summer with the GSA and the Ascension leagues. So everything together could be quite much.
Now, for the future of Swiss Rainbow Six Siege, do you think it looks promising? Because Rainbow Six Siege came out of nowhere for me. I didn't think it would grow this big in Switzerland. I didn't know that we have this big of a player base or fan base, whatever. Do you think Rainbow Six has a big future ahead of it in Switzerland? Victory, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I would say yes. It's like I think the player base is always growing. Like the last SEL season, there are a lot of teams in Open League. I really like that. But it's also, I think, like in Switzerland, you don't have a lot of like really good players, like this kind of top tier players right now in Switzerland. You don't have that, so you have like a really big skill gap from top 4 teams to like the other ones. I think that will not change in the next seasons, but I think it will have a good future because there are a lot of players that are really interested in it. So I hope it's going to be.
Would you agree, Shark?
Yeah, would also love to see it grow way bigger. We just saw in May with the Digitech Playground Cup, we had 64 teams in one tournament. It was insanely many teams for Switzerland. We just had like 20 in the spring season there, and like 2 weeks later we had 64 in the tournament. I mean, the most, I don't know, maybe a lot of fun teams, but they did play. They know where they can play and they could join.
So, are there any wishes or hopes you have for the scene? Maybe you think, okay, that's lacking currently in the scene. That's something we would need. Or just wishes in general you would hope would happen in the Swiss scene in Rainbow?
I would say Swiss scene is lacking like commitment. Like there are not a lot of players that really want to grind and really put the time in to really get on top. So it's not easy to find. If I would search a new player, it's not easy to find one that is really 100% motivated to come on all 3 times a week or 5 times a week to grind to get better. So I think that's like lacking in Switzerland, raw commitment. But yeah, I would say that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all on the players. Like we have the people behind everything. They're providing us with the league, and we get a lot of tournaments and a lot of prizes. It's just on us to grow it bigger.
No, like Rainbow has its tournaments, not like in League of Legends. So yeah, I think it looks good. Maybe is it lacking content or something that makes it more, that gives it that extra twist to watch, or maybe even motivates the players. Okay, I have to be the best, so I can shit talk them all the time. So I will grind more. Maybe something like that. Don't you think
Yeah, I
content
hope
would
that.
be good for the scene?
I hope that there are more players that like think this way. Like I have to be better to beat them, so I can shit talk them. Like it's motivation. Yeah, it motivates you. So I think that would be good if some other teams would have that. But yeah, I think that's currently lacking in Switzerland, like the motivation, the commitment. We lost a lot of players, like a lot of top tier players left because of motivation and commitment. So I think we need like new talent who's hungry and motivated to grind. Yeah, that's what we need right now.
And also, it's also quite hard to just keep up with the content we are getting from Ubisoft, with all the changes, like the Jetonka rework now mid-season. It's just only to get to even stay at the level you need to be. It's a lot of time to invest, and then for the like beginners, it's even more to reach the ceiling.
Even to watch it's hard, like it was mentioned at the start of the show. So now I would like, you were both very humble this episode, and I don't like that. So I want to hear both of you give me a speech on why you will win the Swiss Esports League. Like, you can, who wants to start? Just give me a speech. Tell me why you will win the league. Why are you the best team, best player? Why are the other people not as good as you?
I would say we will win because like Knight is this season like not playing ranked at all, so he's grinding Destiny, and that's a good omen for me. And I think that will put us on top, and we will like fuck everyone.
Nice. Good. Shark, are you also grinding Destiny to win the league, or?
We're just seeing the Swiss scene as a preparation for our relegation match in the real big scene, and the GSA. That's just fun for us here, and it should be quite easy to win for us. I mean, we have to prove that we deserve to be there in the GSA.
Okay, hey, I like these short speeches. I don't like that you're playing Destiny, but okay. But
Well,
hey,
it's a good game.
no, not because of that. But if you want to win the league, is it a shooter, right? At least.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's
more or less. Yeah.
it's aim practice. It's aim practice, no problem. That's why you're so good individually, because you play Destiny.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah.
That's the Lostic way.
It's a good aim practice, yeah, because it has auto aim. Yeah.
Perfect.
Really, it's good pick. Yeah.
Perfect.
No.
Perfect. So,
Yeah.
is there anything both of you want to say at the end? Like, you can say anything. You can shit talk once more, or give praise, or whatever you want. Both of you, anything.
I would say, yeah, thank you for everyone who was watching. I think, hope that we get some players that are interested in joining the league, and don't take my tweet serious. Just saying this here, like I shit talk a lot, like yeah, don't take it serious.
Yeah, for me as well. I hope a lot of, or at least some people are motivated to join us and try to fight us in the Premier Division next season. And I'm ready for the future.
Okay, good. And the future is looking good, like you said. So, thank you very much to both of you for being here and helping me with Rainbow Six Siege, because I realized at the start of the show once again that I have no idea about Rainbow Six. But at least I know some drama now, which is useful to make it more interesting. I know some ways to practice Rainbow if I ever want to start playing it. So yeah, thank you very much once again for being here. And to the viewers,
No problem.
Yeah. To the viewers, go and support these guys. They are playing in the Swiss Esports League, and they will play against each other in a few weeks. I think it will be the last match of the regular season. It will be the best match of the regular season, so don't miss that. And support them on Twitter. Like, you heard them, they are the best shit talkers. You heard it in this show. Their Twitter handles are under their cams. And if you liked the video and enjoyed me making Rainbow Six Siege content, then I'm very happy. I appreciate it a lot, and until next time.